What were you saying? What are you talking about cameras? No, it's not. When it comes down to, like, say you want like a really good camera for photography, like if you can get an all-in-one that covers everything, then that's one item you're carrying around versus multiple. The argument against that is single point of failure. If your one camera dies, all of it dies. So like when I went to that GT race, I was dragging around a DSLR, 2 iPhones, and a laptop, so that if I ever ran out of like hard drive space, I could transfer all the video to my laptop. I had 2 cell phone backup batteries. And like, so if anything happened, I had all these like different ways to record, take photos, take video. Oh yeah. I mean, ultimately, I barely used the backup batteries. I didn't ever run out of space. And that was even after, like, intentionally doing a lot of video interviews and stuff. So I went overkill, and I take less. It was just a pain to lug around the whole time, too. But, you know, I guess maybe it was a good thing because I didn't ever have a failure, so... That is the way. Looks like Type R bumped into the back of Paulie, and that's what caused his initial spin before Type R got hit. Yeah, he's... Hello, whoever's there watching. We are here with you. Give us a moment. We're just setting up some features. We'll be online shortly. Yeah, the web app, it doesn't do as good, you know?
And I had it up on the web app earlier because whenever I'm using like Drive and all that stuff, I just use the web app.
Oh.
So I can like go back and forth and copy and paste stuff just immediately, and it's just easier.
Gotcha.
And I noticed there wasn't any notifications.
All right. See here, pre-show. Say something.
Can you hear me?
Yep. Checking all audio levels. Testing. There we go.
So straight.
Are you the one viewer we have right now?
Am I?
I don't know. It says we have one viewer.
I'm not.
Who are you?
Where are you from?
What is your favorite color? We have 10 minutes left in qualifying. The third to last race in the Maverick series. 18 of 20. Jethro ahead by 7/10. 9 minutes to go both cross and radio, who we expect to be up there. Jethro's teammate hasn't put up anything.
Cross and radio, or well, I mean, I guess radio had the bump earlier.
Yeah.
But Cross definitely is not going as fast as I expected them to at all.
What did I say earlier? Standings. Okay. So I put it earlier today in the chat. I called out a few battles that I think are worth looking at. Why is your video not showing up on screen?
Let me check the app and make sure my video's working on there. It is.
Now it's back.
There we go.
It wasn't back. It wasn't there a minute ago. That was. What the hell?
What's up?
Anytime I click off to go type in Discord, your image disappears. That's weird.
Yeah, that's weird. It also zoomed in really far on Twitch.
Well, I keep telling you to put yourself in the center of the screen, and you keep putting your bookcase in the center of the screen.
Well, I have to work on. It's because this room is not long, and the entertainment center that my TV sits on takes out a portion. So I'm going to put the TV on the wall, remove the entertainment center, load the Xbox, and then I'll be able to set up my camera better.
2 cents up in 5th, right behind Uncleaner Cross. Only 2/10 off his pace.
There's a Haas spun around in Sector 1. Doesn't cause any issues though.
So this is what I was talking about in the chat earlier today. 2 cents and Dirty Dero. Dero looks like he's out into the tournament, not coming back. Typer Fit and Mark 7 Hitch are close enough in points to be. It's undecided. D-Master's here in the chat, and he's here in the race. Thank you for being here, buddy. I know you got a busy schedule. So, yeah, Typer Fit and Mark 7 are close enough in the points to be battling. We've got Derek and Hitch, but Derek's not here either. So Hitch really is battling with Type R, and then Fitz and D-Master. That's another battle. They are very close. And the Alpine and Haas battle heated up. It looked like Alpine was going to pull ahead after the driver swap, and they teamed up, Fitz and Potato. But Haas had a really good race in Spa. Beyond Johnny finished way up in the points. And Haas is now at 35 points, Alpine at 38. So their lead isn't as significant as they previously had.
No.
Williams and Red Bull are Williams at 265, Red Bull at 302. So that's that's a pretty big gap to close in. The constructors battle we're looking at. Yeah, the constructors battle is Alpine and Haas. That's the one to watch for the next 3 races. And the drivers battle. Yeah, Mark 7 Hitch is at 131 to Typer Fitz 141. And Prezi and D-Master are a point apart, but I don't think Prezi's coming back. So Fitz and D-Master are 29 and 36 respectively. Oh, yeah. And Hilo and Beyond Johnny, their own teammates on Haas, are 17 and 18 points.
Yeah, it looks like Hilo's not here tonight either, unfortunately.
Oh, then it's all Beyond Johnny's there to take.
Jethro's still going fastest, double A's, and then Type R still. Type R is on an outlap. He did just slow down though, so it looks like he may just be doing 2 laps in a row. If Fitz is on a flyer, trying to work his way out of 10th. I don't think he's really 2.3 seconds slower than Jethro.
No. Double A's has gotten into the 110s by the skin of his teeth.
Let me see what's his fastest lap. Ooh, Fitz spins. In sector 2, so we can build his battery back up and go out again.
Cool those tires down.
Yeah. Wow, by the skin of his teeth, you were right.
Mm-hmm.
Fitz doesn't have enough time to go back in, throw new tires on, and get back out, so this has to be it. Riding his brakes a whole bunch. It's going to come across the line now. Oh, he's just starting. Looks like everybody's just starting their final laps.
Pull up.
Pretty one.
Jethro's going back out, huh? You think his 10-4 is at risk?
Maybe he just doesn't feel comfortable.
I like it. He's not...
That's a pretty comfortable lap to have.
Yeah, but he's not taking any chances. He's not being cocky and going, I got this. He's going out there to protect himself. Every driver should.
Yeah. You feel like you can go faster, you always should, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Fitz is going to be the first to set the last time. I'm going to move him up to 11, unless he's going on a consecutive with no battery. But I don't think he has enough time to get around.
ZoomVort's one of my favorite tracks in terms of like learning where my strengths and weaknesses are and where I can like I had a lot of fun here trying to figure out where I could shave off time. Because there was so many high-speed corners where kind of just braking and downshifting and learning to like, stay away from the brake pedal more, or which corner to take at this angle. These long sweepers that you could take at various angles that on entry that can have a huge impact on exit. It's lots of fun.
Yeah, it's fun to race on a lot of different series. It's a good track to kind of really improve your racing all the way around, to be honest.
Yeah. I don't know about overtaking opportunities. Like the DRS straights are super
No.
short.
Overtaking is not something that you can work on here very well. Double A's is going to go across the line. No, he's starting.
Is that him behind 2 cents?
K7 goes 4th. Type R goes 5th. Bumping Cleaner down to 6th.
Potato's out. He's not in the... Oh, he is in the pits.
2 cents is out. Jethro runs a 1:10.3.
Hyperfit puts in a fastest sector 2.
Cleaner will... Who did?
Hyperfit just put in a fastest sector 2.
Eesh. Cleaner does not improve. Next is going to be Type R.
Does not improve?
Wow.
What does he have in sector 2 It isn't helping him in the other two.
That's weird because Sector 2 is in that heart of a sector. Except that kind of final half chicane. D Master's going to go around next. And I think he's going to be it. Nope, we have double A's and radioactive out after that. D Master doesn't improve. Radio next.
Radio's not doing anything.
Nope.
And double A's is not doing anything. He's at a minute 33 already. Oh, this is definitely going to come down to pit strategy.
Yep.
You remember that time a long time ago when Dutchy did a 3-stop and still beat everybody?
Yeah. Those were the days.
Back when we were tiny and only had maybe 20 people?
Yeah. Those were the days from an admin point of view and racing point of view. Not that it was any better then. It's actually better now.
I used to have time to race back then.
Yeah, I had a lot more time to race back then too. It's nice. Or at least prepare for a race.
There you have it, folks. There's your qualifying order. Grab that screenshot. Okay.
So MK7, the reason why he's so fast hitch is he figured out, turns out his brake has been on even whenever it's off.
You didn't see that on his MFD that the red bar was showing pressure?
I guess not. Not until today. So that explains a lot.
Yeah.
I have that issue in ACC actually, so that'll ruin your day pretty quickly.
Yeah. All right, folks, that is qualifying at ZoomVort. Let's take a look at qualifying results versus current championship results. Got Jethro on pole. Double A's out of position by 2 positions. Up in P2, followed by Radioactive. Mark 7 Hitch up a little bit. The absence of Derek. Cross down in 6th. That one is baffling to me.
Yeah, just couldn't get it together today, huh?
Everyone in front of him are worthy opponents. It's not like he's. I just think we're seeing this late push from Red Bull that, had they started making this push 5 races ago, we'd be talking a whole different story in terms of, well, no, they're 140 points behind AlphaTauri. Yeah. It's just really great to see, how mixed up it is up front there, And
yeah,
2 cents with AlphaTauri.
I mean, like you were saying, kind of a day late and a dollar short on Red Bull's front, but it is nice to see a little bit of a mix at the end, and will it affect Jethro? I mean, he can win at this race, or if what's the scenario that he doesn't win?
He would have to score. Nope. I think the most he could score in this race is like 1 or 2 points for it to continue on. I think if he gets anything higher than P7, he wins. But that also precludes that Cross has to win. So yeah, we're very likely looking at championship winner tonight.
Yep.
But literally anything can happen. So we're gonna reserve final congratulatory hoorahs until then. While we wait, let's chat about our increasingly popular new podcast, Gravel Trap F1. It has been, 2 weeks since the last race, F1 race. We have 2 weeks till the next one, give or take a few days.
Oh.
It's been a huge drought. So this week, our hosts are covering all the different types of racing that they have been watching to hold them over in this huge drought of F1. So, the deep dive into IndyCar racing, U.S. Legends racing. I don't know if you ever heard of that, but Legends racing is insane. It's this tiny little race car that's manufactured by one company called Legend Cars. It uses a Yamaha motorcycle engine, and it's a spec series car. You can buy it for $18,000 and get into circuit racing all over the country. And then I went to the GT of America race in Sonoma, California a few weeks ago, and we talked a little bit about GT car racing. One thing that I forgot to mention in the podcast when we recorded it was the team that invited us out there to get a behind the scenes look was the OnlyFans P group, or P1, OnlyFans P1 group, and their Porsche 911 GT3. I think it's a 911. Yeah. One thing I forgot to mention was that car, you can actually race their car in the ACC game. That livery is in there.
Really?
Yeah. That's
the one that you interviewed?
Yeah, the driver, Alex Vogel, is the one that he told me that. I was asking him if he played ACC at all to practice. And he's like, yeah, you can actually race our car in the game. And I was like, what? So
I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah.
I'll have to use that whenever I do the Porsche cars.
Absolutely. I think the OnlyFans car should be the gravel trap car. If we ever do, forget making a gravel trap livery. Let's talk to P1 Group and OnlyFans. See if we can't lock in a sponsorship deal. So every time we show up in a online race, we'll be representing them. They're a really friendly, really nice group of people, and nice of them to invite us in.
Were you ready for some racing?
Are you ready for some racing? Yeah, let's rock and roll, man.
Let's do the thing.
Lights out and away we go. Little bit of a delay, it looked like.
Some soft runners.
Oh, a nice wide shot. Thank you, F122.
Yeah, that was beautiful, wasn't it? Nice turn one.
Radio moves up a position, is immediately on the attack for Jethro. You said you saw some soft runners out there, huh?
I did. I'm changing some of my details around really quick. It looks like Radio started on the softs, Cleaner started on the softs, Polly started on the softs, Type R started on the mediums, and Tito started on the mediums. The rest of the field is on the hard.
That's interesting.
Winners and losers at the start. Type R lost 2 spots, 2 Cents lost 2 spots, Johnny lost 2 spots. Fitz gained 2, Polly gained 2, D-Master gained 2, Cleaner gained 2, and 1 for Radio. And everybody else lost 1.
Look, yeah, we have that pulled up on the leaderboard right now. Oh, Cleaner's now moved up 3.
Radio takes P1.
Okay, so early on, they're going to use these softs to gain an advantage.
And the medium to hard or soft medium medium. There is a Alpine stop in Sector 1. That'll be potato.
Oh, man. So what it looked like during lap one, what we saw was it looked like everyone on one side of the grid moved up a position. Every other person had gained a position, and every
Yep.
other person lost a position. So I'm wondering if there was one side of the track that was absolutely advantageous and everyone just moved up one.
It looked like everybody on the inside had the bad spot. Looks
Okay.
like everybody like that was on the inside just had that inside line just wasn't good.
Mm-hmm.
While we were discussing that, Double A's did have a little bit of a spin, dropping him to the end, to 11th, while MK7,
Mm.
the other Red Bull, pulls up. It's like Fitz has had a spin as well. Not a good day for the Alpines, but they're both on the hards. Long strategy today.
This is interesting from Alfa Romeo, watching them basically sandwich Jethro. They're not allowing him to break away early on.
This is smart. I feel like this is a smart move. They can kind of contain him. And within containing him, keeping one on the attack, one on the defense, you can maintain your tires and force him to kind of wear his down, attempting the attack on moves like that, trying down the inside. If it doesn't
Oh,
work,
look at Cross going on the outside. Oh, it doesn't get it done. The what I would have thought they would have done here is that um, Cross is going
oop,
for it. He's
oop,
got it. It's his corner. Oh,
no,
no, he gets.
tried.
So what I would have thought is Cross would have gone on the hards, match Jethro's strategy while Radio holds him up early on to allow Cross to get up there. That would have
That
been.
makes smart. That makes.
But now they both have to pit. No matter what, I mean, one of them can go long. They don't have to double stack, but they're going to have to pit around the same time, and then Jethro's free to go where he wants to after that.
I mean, right now they need cleaner. Right now, what would work best for them is to have cleaner go around, and then they just kind of DRS train away for a little bit, and build a little bit of a gap. But
How many laps do you think they got left?
it didn't say that the softs could go very long, so I would say 7 or 8. 10 tops. I mean, I feel like 10 laps you're on ice at that point. I mean, they're definitely working together. We'll see how it goes. Further down the line, let's see. Looks like Paulie's working his way up to D Master, and Type R in and out of DRS of MK7 at the moment. He is trying his best to hold on. He is on the should be better tire at the moment. He's on a medium tire. Jethro's going to take P1 back. Cleaner's going to follow through.
How are their batteries looking?
So, Jethro is at 24. Cleaner is at 5. Radio is at 6. MK7 46. Hitch 48. Master and at 38 and Polly at 13.
Yeah, I don't know
Everybody
what
else down the line is in the 60s and 70s.
for these guys on softs. They're gonna pit and they're gonna come out P11 and P10 and 12 or P10 and 11.
But I mean, if they come out on the hards, that's a pretty good run for them. I mean, but I don't know. I don't know if the hards would really be a good decision to try and take those to the end, unless they're going to take these softs to the end. But I mean, you can see the softs are already falling off, and that hard tire is just getting better and better. So the degradation is really high here, and it doesn't really seem like a plausible option to actually take that hard to the end and still expect a good amount of grip, enough grip to try and catch back up to Jethro and
Yeah.
get around him, knowing that he's going to be on a softer tire at the end too.
It is a windy enough track. If they're banking on some kind of safety car, anyway.
High chance of safety car at Zandvoort.
Yeah. So
especially in the fishbowl areas like that, turn one.
Maybe it's a soft, medium, soft, and they're just gonna run a natural two-stop and hope that a safety car helps them.
We've seen it happen. I mean, we've sat here all race saying, "Oh, there won't be a safety car," and then it happens right there at the end and benefits some and kills others.
Yeah.
So there's always that chance, and then there's always the chance it can happen to Jethro. So.
All right, one of the alphas is going in.
Let's see what he puts on. They are waiting with medium tires. Holly's going to go in the pit as well. He throws on mediums. But I mean, if the medium does prove to be a better tire and they can make up that much more time on Jethro, maybe the two-stop is the way to go today. Because right now they've committed, I mean, that right there commits them to a two-stop for sure.
Yeah.
Radio did get a little squirrely right there. But, he's made his way out in P9. We have a car in sector 3 that slowed down. I think it was Ollie.
Oh, D-Master moving up, P4.
Yeah, he's got a pretty good comeback race going on. No, not D-Master, I'm sorry. I was thinking of double A's, I apologize. He's running a pretty solid race.
The mid-pack's nice and bunched up. We got a nice little battle going on here.
2 cents and double A's. 2 cents has DRS off of Type R, and double A's has DRS off of 2 cents at the moment.
Get back up there. At 1.1.
Work on the hard tires. Looks like maybe the mediums might be deciding to lose a little bit of life.
Oh, 2 cents got in under a second at the detection point, like at the very last second.
Not burning any battery or anything, so that's all just all race. Wiener jumps into the pit. They are waiting with mediums for him as well.
I do wonder if Jethro's going to see more issues. Oh, he's not going to see issues with blue flags because blue flags are ghosted. Whoa! Did you see that? Double A's had another problem.
Oh no.
Double A's just got squirrely coming out of the fishbowl. And that was... He went a little higher. No. He had a good line coming out. He just gets squirrely on the exit. Higher entry follows the same line. Man, that's just really weird.
Cleaner and Radio are working their way back up. E-Master and Behind Type R, looks like he's gotten his way around, so D-Master's just kind of holding that P4 position. 2 Cents is doing his best to try to work his way back up into that DRS spot.
I did note that the undercut really didn't do much for Radio.
No, not at all. But then again, Clean Air wasn't in too much traffic. He pretty much had Clean Air that most of that lap. Taking a look at Jethro, and he's just building his battery back up and moving his way onto a net championship, possible championship at the moment. Another Alpine stopped on track. Looks like Potato was found a little bit of an issue. Finding also the 50-meter board on the right side of, I believe, turn 7.
Yeah, I don't know the corner numbers very well.
Not one of those fans of racing. I love motorsport. I genuinely do. But I cannot tell you by picture what turn they're in where. Sometimes I can tell you what track they're at, but I can't tell you like the turn number, maybe the name of the turn, especially tracks like Silverstone and stuff. You know, it's a really popular track with really popular turns. But like I can't tell you any of the special names here around ZoomVort except Fishbowl. And don't they call turn 1 Tarzan here, or is that in Garrowing?
I've never heard Tarzan used in the F1 space before, so I'm not sure. Bravo to 2 Cents. He's staying. I mean, he's just barely, but he's hugging into the DRS zone of D-Master the last 5 laps or so. He hasn't let him go.
It is here, actually. Turn 1 is called... Let me confirm the turn number really quick.
So I think what we might have seen in qualifying was Radio and Cross running some kind of race setup that was it had far more to do with race pace than quali pace. Cross has just put in a fastest lap on these mediums. He put in a fastest sector 1. He might be going 2 in a row. He's passed beyond Johnny. He's closing in on 2 Cents real quick. He is working his way back up that field fast.
Oh, yeah. Incredibly fast.
Radio is right behind beyond Johnny. Wow. So Radio just passed beyond Johnny on the outside of a turn. And one of them was owed DRS, and neither one of them used it. I don't know who got it. because they were so side by side at the time. But
Just one of them just never decided to use it.
I guess, but that battle with Johnny cost Radioactive 3 seconds. But now
I
Cross
will
is.
say all this.
Go ahead.
All this DRS Cross is getting will help him with his fight with Jethro.
Yeah, right now, let's see what fastest lap. Oh, Jethro took fastest lap back. I'm sorry. Got 1:13.5. The Cross is 1:13.524. So 0.023 difference in their fastest lap. So Jethro's really pushing. What's Jethro's battery at?
Let's see, 19%.
Yeah, he's pushing midway through his hard stint. Because he's seeing these fast. He's probably hearing from his teammate who's battling with Cross right now. Cross going. Oh!
No! What was that?
As they pass the pit lane. Oh my.
Yeah, I've got it. Yeah. See if that clip uploads. I do have a
Oh,
clip of that.
we're watching it right now.
Looks like 2 Cents just didn't notice his nose was there.
2 Cents just was moving over to cover him. He
2 Cents looks like he may have some damage as well.
Oh yeah.
You can't see the standard damage model, but he's definitely much slower all of a sudden. Oh, he's missing the front of his wing. Part of it.
Well, that, folks, might be. How did Radioactive end up that far?
I was just about to say Radioactive got caught up in some traffic and I believe had a spin. Not a good day to be an Alfa Romeo. Or an AlphaTauri, I guess.
Oh, that is unfortunate.
Yeah, it is. That's really unfortunate. It's not what you want to see in a race. Cleaner's going to throw his hards on, try to run it to the end. 2 Cents throws his mediums on. Hopes for the best.
Do 16 laps on mediums? It looks like you can. Typer Fit's proven that.
Yeah, you can do it.
Man, that is. I wanted to know how that was going to end. Where did
Fitz has DNF'd in the pits.
That's unfortunate. Look at a yellow flag in that sector. That's on there.
Yeah, it's weird how it gives a yellow flag whenever they're just right there in the pits. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, I'm hoping it's because that. Remember that car glitch we saw where they left the game, but their car sat in the middle of the pit lane, and no one could get by because there's no there's no ghosting in the pit lane. There's like a delay when they leave the game, and the car just sits there. I wonder if that's the yellow flag.
Yeah. I know sometimes it'll register that there's just a car stopped in that sector because they're leaving the game. That's probably it.
Man.
Not too many DRS battles going on right now. Beyond Johnny does have DRS on double A's, or is trying to hold on to DRS. Really get it before the timing line. You will not get it before the timeline. So.
Our only leader on mediums is now pitting, so that all the front-running mediums. The only person who started on, well, I don't know, Potato didn't start on mediums either. This could be a good opportunity for Haas to actually take the lead over Alpine now. They are only a few points apart.
Yeah.
Potato can't get himself up there. That'd be a good 10 points for Haas tonight.
Alpine did lose their other driver, so.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny, he's running a good lap. The hards are, if you started on the hards, you're in the top 5 at the moment. Long story short, unless you had an issue. So, and I mean, Radio is behind, but I mean, he's holding him at 5 flat for a little bit. He's got plenty of batteries, but knowing that he's got a pit stop coming up, now would be the time to start burning some of that battery off. I mean, it recharges in heavy braking and off throttle situations, so.
The gap between Mark 7 and D-Master is surprisingly large.
Yeah.
That's not true. They started 4th and 8th. So
Another. It's like Potato. Found to spin. He is on his first lap on those hards though, so that is a rough one to get through.
yeah, let him get up to temp first, buddy.
That's something that I always do. I get out and I just want to attack again. I immediately want to go on the attack, and sometimes it's best to just let the guy around, and not defend, not attack, and just get heat into your tires, and then go at it. And especially whenever you're down and you're just trying to nick any point that you can.
That's a very, very reasonable stance to take that I don't think I'd ever hear come out of your mouth if it were just after a race you were in.
Yeah. It's all situationally dependent.
Oh, yeah. I can speak from that stance from having not raced in months, but I'm sure if I got back in the saddle, I'd be like, come on, pedal to the metal. The tires can warm up with me. Let's go.
Yeah, it's nice to take on that concept whenever you're in clean air. That's about it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Always gonna go to the pit, take some hards.
Ooh.
Potato spun again.
Oh.
He did. I was on board with him for that. He found the curbs on the outside, and the curbs just don't like you there.
I wonder if it's a setup thing. I wonder if people have just chosen a setup that's fast as hell but not very stable.
It seems like a fast setup on here also has to be very rigid, and rigid doesn't really equate to stability over those curbs, especially those exit curbs. They really like to throw your car here, and I don't know. It just seems like fast setups need to be really stable here. Or not stable, but rigid. Sorry. Now Johnny's going to go into the pit. He's going to come out on mediums. Double A's is coming out out of the pit on mediums. Right now, D-Master pits. He comes out in 6th with better tires than anybody else behind him. Not a bad strategy from him today.
I know. I mean, he's lucked out with the... We know right now, based on where radio is, that Cross would be up there in P3 probably by now.
Yeah.
Oh, D-Master's going in. I wonder if Jethro is waiting for everyone behind him to pit so that he can have a free pit stop and not have to even think about traffic.
Yeah. I mean, that would be smart. He can go in now. I mean, he'd have to deal with Hitch and Type R, but I don't think he's on a type of tire to where he can consistently. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I guess he'd only have to deal with Type R. I mean, Hitch. So
Yeah.
he's not on a tire that he can consistently put up that pace that he's known for, especially at a track like this. So it's smart to see where he'd pit, because if Hitch pits and then he pits the lap after, there he goes, actually. So he is going to take a little bit of traffic.
Well, Hitch could still go in right now. Hitch gets a free pit stop too. Yep.
Like he was talking before the race, Hitch's brake was stuck. So that's one of the reasons why he's all of a sudden much faster today. Like
Double
the
A's.
Alfa Romeo are trying to work their way back up. I think Potato has DNF'd in the pit as well, leaving both Alpines out. Looks like Haas will just need to do their best to finish up in the points.
Yeah. We got 3 races to go.
As I say that, the Haas of Beyond Johnny does make contact with radio and finds himself in the wall.
Yeah, we didn't get a good look at that. We're following their battle, but oh.
The only DRS at the moment are our teammates, and they're just using it to their advantage. Nobody needs to pit unless there's a safety car. I mean, it is ZoomVort. There is always that probability.
Double A's is pumping out some laps.
Oh, he is. Yeah, somebody is oh, excuse me. Somebody is driving mad, clearly, because he had a pretty good race going there in the beginning, and you've got to be driving mad and fast to be able to make up that much. Looks like D-Master will be trying his best to hold on to that 4th place position by the end of the race.
So the Alpha's just swapped. His Cross is on a better tire. I think he's going to drag Radio with him. Radio just gets fastest sector 1.
Makes sense.
I wouldn't count out. Oh man, a 13 flat for Jethro. I wouldn't count out the Alfa Romeos for at least one car on the podium.
No, I wouldn't count them out on that. They can definitely, they're within that for sure, but they really need to get it going if they're going to get to that point, though.
It's the pedal on the right, boys.
All the way down.
Well, no fastest lap for them there.
D-Master kind of just like slowly reeling Type R in. Got a little bit of work to do. As I say that, he loses time. So let me just move off of him really quick. Jethro with a
112. That's nearly a second faster than his last lap. What the hell?
gonna make a league for Jethro where he can race on his own, win his own championships. Typhar did have a little bit of an issue. Fun and D-Master has moved up to third, Double A's fourth. So a good recovery drive for Red Bull. Excuse the cough there, sorry. Good potential double podium for Red Bull today still. What a recovery drive, actually.
Yeah.
If that is the case. One thing I'd like to say, we haven't had to call out any penalties today.
I'm sorry, you're saying that they haven't earned any in the game.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
There's been no penalties at ZoomVort.
Did you turn your camera off?
We'll be doing everything that he can, huh?
Did you turn your camera off?
No, I flipped my thing down.
Oh, okay. I was just making sure it was still working.
The Master holds on, but we've got 9 more laps to go, so we will see. He's on a 1 lap better tire.
Cross is falling back off of radio, no longer being drug along on DRS.
I wonder if anything happened there, if it was anything related to like the earlier contact and the fact that he's on less grippy tires now.
Yeah, I'd put it up old hards.
Yeah. It is about halfway through their life. Kind of at that plateau point. The end of it.
I was about to comment on how about 2 cents should be benefiting from all this. Why is he so far back? And then I realized he was involved in the contact that dropped Cross back. So.
Yep. Double A's has worked itself up to DRS. D-Master does spin, unfortunately. Giving Type R P4 back, Double A's P3. And radio hot on the tail of D-Master. So yeah, that I mean, hey, that P3 position is still available for Radioactive if he can just have a little bit of luck go his way. Jethro's just kind of extended his lead out there. Definitely, and I mean, barring any issues or anything like that, looks like will be our current Mavericks champion. First Mavericks champion.
Mm-hmm.
Nice t-shirt and a trophy on the way out to him. Radio's working his. Oh, excuse me. That one caught me off guard. Radio's working his way up to DRS. Almost there. With 1.3.
Yeah, he still has another.
Dropped down, but he's been able to maintain.
Yeah. Radio still has over 5 seconds of. Nearly 6 seconds of gap to clear after D-Master too, though.
Yeah, I don't think the podium is on for him, but I do think the potential for 5th, possibly 4th, but not 3rd.
Yeah, it's just that the point spread right now for constructors is not It's not really going to make much of an impact at the top four. Yeah. We're going to definitely be well clear of Williams. I'm not going to worry about Williams for the rest of the season, but I think radioactive, that was... Mark 7 Hitch is 10 points behind Typer Fit. 18 to 12, so he'll be 6 points behind, 4 points behind Typer Fit if it finishes now. Few cents going in the pit. He's going to steal fastest lap from his teammate.
I was just about to say, looks like he's going to go in and take fastest lap from his teammate. Luckily, his teammate doesn't need it. Data would just rather finish the tire on the race on a much more stable tire.
Yeah. That Cross is back in DRS of radio.
Yeah, I noticed that. Radio's got DRS on D Master. Nothing going for him this lap, but possibility on the next lap if he keeps it up.
One thing I do like about the real world version of this is I do see people taking far different lines through the fishbowl than in the game. Like it seems like in real world physics, you can take a higher line through the whole fishbowl and be very well off due to it. I know Max Verstappen likes doing that.
Yeah, it's really hard to take the outside and maintain speed and keep up a lot of time on the sim, but it seems like in real life, a lot of drivers are able to use a lot of different lines, a lot of different interpretations through there. It's just not as available here.
Oh no!
Ah, poor D Master. Not what you want to see.
Tried to do the good old switchback. Get in on the inside here on the exit and just not really there.
Well, one lap down and still no fastest lap from 2 cents. Maybe he'll grab it on this next one. I think he might need a little bit of DRS help to get that fastest lap.
$12.9. Oh yeah, 12.1. He's got to shave 9/10 off.
He has no battery as well, so.
Oh. 12.1. Jeez. How did he do that? He must have had like a back marker for DRS or something.
Yeah. It's the only thing I can think of. That and a lot of battery at the same time on the front straight. Sitting at 71% at the moment. D Master spun again, unfortunately. Two cents will have DRS next lap. The only other person that's in DRS are once again teammates, the Alfa Romeos. It's kind of a commonplace for them this season to just kind of be in DRS off of each other.
Yeah.
Not typically within more of a few positions off of each other unless it's a pit stop strategy thing.
I forget who it was in the last Formula 5 Super Bowl. There was a pair of drivers that we called the DRS twins, because their strategy to beat the leader was to just stay together the whole time and drag each other along. I don't remember if it paid off. I want to go back and watch that highlight reel. Let's check in on 2 cents down there. He's getting close.
Yeah, he had the DRS this lap. Let's see if he can
Double his points. What the heck was that?
Yeah, that's
That looked like Paulie's
a
weaving.
weaving there. Few different defensive moves right there. Like that'll have to be looked into for sure.
I don't even know if I'd call it defensive moves. 2 cents was so far off at the time.
Yeah, I would just call that blatant weaving.
But even it just multiple weaves like that, you scrub off so much speed. You're gonna hurt yourself going into the turn.
Yeah, we'll have to look into that. Alright, 2 cents is DRS again. Can make it stick this lap.
I'm loving these overhead shots, man. Like, not many tracks in the game do this.
A lot of justice this lap. I mean, this track. A lot of good different views. A lot of different views. One lap to go. Let's see if he can make it stick. Everybody else is basically in their final positions. The car stopped in sector 3. Looks like it was type R.
Oh no.
He's get past. And very, very slow down the straight. He is out of gas.
What?
Out of gas.
He underfueled? Not be able
to do much more. Yeah. Not be able to do much more than 100 miles an hour for the rest of the race.
Not for nothing. 100 miles an hour ain't no slouch, but...
compared to D-Master's 185, 190, 192 down the front straight.
And we launched the fireworks. Jethro F1 is the first Gravel Trap Mavericks champion.
Congratulations. Definitely well deserved.
Pending a double check of my math.
We got it all wrong. It has to go one more race. I'm just watching D-Master try to track down this last position. He's gained 25 seconds in one lap, 15 seconds in half a lap. I want to see if he'll get these last 12 seconds. Don't know why he's not burning any battery, but it's not going to help him going off any grass. Or the gravel track.
Or getting 10 seconds for that. Did he not get 10 seconds for that? Okay. He's missing a wing.
Well, that makes a lot of sense. I did not see that.
God, that felt like... the way you were describing it was like Verstappen Hamilton when Hamilton was on 3 wheels.
I mean, he was making up a lot of time.
Yeah.
He did finish only 2 seconds behind. It was there. Well, that was that. We have our winner.
Double A's. Moving from... Wait, how's he driver of the day? Starting P2, finishing P3. Is it the comeback drive?
Did it off of most position changes.
Okay. Well, look at that wreath. Pardon me.
I wonder if he chose that on purpose.
That's interesting. That's something that you can choose in the game, or did that track give that to him?
You can choose it on the game.
Okay. He's holding that trophy in the game. He'll be holding this one in the near future. Okay, so let's grab this.
That was a good race.
Yeah, it was a good race. It had some unexpected turn of events that I was really holding on hope to watch what that Alfa Romeo strategy was going to do. I'm sorry we didn't get to see that play out.
Yeah, some unfortunate luck for them there.
So we will do some math and get the results out here as quick as we can. Weird noise just now. But thank you for tuning in, folks. We have 2 races to go. And still some positions to sort out, as we've seen in the standings. Alpine and Haas are pretty close together. Tonight, Mark 7 Hitch finishes second. That's actually going to give him 18 points. Typer Fitz 8 points. So that actually makes them level on points.
Nice.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So the last 2 races, Typer Fit and Mark 7 Hitch battling for P5. And Double A's looks pretty well clear of that battle. Then you've got what was the other battle we were looking at? Beyond Johnny has pulled even with Hilo at 18 points. And who was the other one? That was D-Master and Fitz. D-Master got 7 and Fitz is out. So, yeah, Fitz has some work to do, but he could definitely get it done in the last 2 races.
Yeah, it's there for him.
Yeah. So, the last 2 races are Saudi Arabia this Wednesday. And then the 24th, which I believe is the Monday, right? Yep. Monday will be our finale at Abu Dhabi, where finales often happen. Thank you so much for watching us, the 4 or 5 of you who are here. We will see you on Wednesday night. Any parting words for our adoring fans, Chris?
Treat each other the way you want to be treated, as always.
Peace.